Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss about our fourth unit, second chapter, that is building web services. Before that, we need to know what is meant by. Sorry, it's first hour. Our class is first hour. Before that, you need to know what is meant by web services. What is meant by web services? It is a service. It is a third party component which was already created and executed. For example, in our mobile we are using temperature, otherwise calculator app, camera app. These are some of the web services which are not designed along with the mobile. Like if for example, if Samsung mobile, for example, if we have a Samsung mobile, there is a built-in camera software. Other than we need to install a TikTok or ShareChat. They are web services. There are web applications which are designed for utilizing. We can just download it from the web store and utilize it. That is web services. Already web serviceங்கிறது என்ன அப்படின்னா ஆல்ரெடி கிரியேட் பண்ணி வச்சுருக்கிறது ஒரு சர்வீஸ். நம்மளுடைய அப்ளிகேஷனை கூடயே நம்ம டெவலப் பண்ணணும்னு அவசியம் கிடையாது. ஏற்கனவே நம்ம காம் ப்ளஸ் காம்பனண்ட் ஆப்ஜெக்ட் எல்லாம் லாஸ்ட் யூனிட்டில் பார்த்துருந்தோம். அதே மாதிரி தான் இது வெப் சர்வீசஸ். இது வந்து .NET ஃப்ரேம் ஒர்க்குக்கு இட் இஸ் அன் வெரி இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் திங் ஃபார் அவர் .NET ஃப்ரேம் ஒர்க். It solves the problems. It is very helpful in distributed software systems. I think you are all know about what is meant by distributed software system. Distributed systems. Distributed. It may be shared. That is the distributed system. Just like here, our web services solve the problem while designing and the implementation of distributed software system. For first time, while the internet applications are developed, the software developers use these web services for first time. It can flow freely through the infrastructure without any incompatibilities of protocols and transport mechanism. It is developed with the help of component-based software system. Got it? Developed with the help of component-based. We can use our web services in any operating system or platform environment. Got it? In this chapter, we are going to discuss about the problems associated with distributed web application development and how web services can solve these problems. Next, the architecture of web services. Next, the web service description language. Next, the wire formats. Next, the static and dynamic discovery of web services. Next, how to create web services. Creation of web services is one of our practical exercise. Got it, students? Next, we need to know about the overview of web services. Overview of web services. Web services are compiled classes. Already I told you, no? Compiled classes. Already execute பண்ணி வச்சிருக்கிறத நாம யூஸ் பண்ணுறோம். அதுதான் web services. Are compiled classes which is developed with the help of any one of the .NET compatible language. What are the .NET compatible language? Just remember, students, from our first class, Visual Basic, C#, J#, Perl, some Microsoft languages, and also some other third-party languages also .NET compatible language. Got it? These web services classes are contained within .ASMX file. .ASMX file. The extension of the file extension for web services is .asmx. It will describes how the web services are, how the ASP.NET identifies a web service. Here we are going to discuss about the .asmx file. It consists of code such as Visual Basic that is compiled into a class. Why here I specify Visual Basic? Because our syllabus is based on .NET programming language based on Visual Basic. We may use any other programming languages. Got it? Here it is an example designed with the help of Visual Basic. This file contains a special page directive that identifies the file to the compiler as a web service. Okay. Another page directive specifies the name of the web service class. Here is an example. %web service language equal to. இப்போ முன்னாடி பார்த்தீங்கன்னா நம்ம சாதாரணமாக ஒரு வெப் அப்ளிகேஷன் டெவலப் பண்ணணும்னா அங்கே பார்த்தீங்கன்னா எப்படி இருக்கும்னா பேஜ் லாங்குவேஜ்னு இருக்கும். நம்ம ஒரு வெப்சைட் டெவலப் பண்ண போகிறோம்னா அங்கே எப்படி இருக்கும்? பேஜ் லாங்குவேஜ்னு இருக்கும். இங்கே எப்படி இருக்கும்? வெப் சர்வீஸ். இந்த வெப் சர்வீஸ் அப்படின்னு க்ரியேட் பண்ணுறதுக்கு அது என்ன ஆப்ஷன் அதுலேயே இருக்கும். ஃபைலில் போய் நியூவில் நீங்கள் என்ன உங்களுக்கு அந்த அப்ளிகேஷன் டெவலப் பண்ணும்போது உங்களுக்கு தெரியும் எப்படி வெப் சர்வீஸ் க்ரியேட் பண்ணணும் அப்படிங்கிறது அதுலேயே இருக்கும். நீங்கள் அதில் வந்து வெப் சர்வீஸுங்கிறத செலக்ட் பண்ணி விடணும். Got it, students? இப்போ இது அப்போ வெப் சர்வீஸுங்கிறத செலக்ட் பண்ணி விடும்போது வெப் சர்வீஸ் லாங்குவேஜ் ஈக்குவல் டு எதில் டிசைன் பண்ணுறோம்? விபி கிளாஸ். நாமளாவே கிளாஸ் நேம் நாம் கொடுக்கக்கூடியது தான். ஹெடர் ஃபைல் எப்படி இருக்கும்? இம்போர்ட் சிஸ்டம் டாட் வெப் டாட் சர்வீசஸ். இந்த செகண்ட் லைன் எதை டினோட் பண்ணுறது? இம்போர்ட்ஸ் சிஸ்டம் டாட் வெப் டாட் சர்வீசஸ்ங்கிறது எதை ஐடென்டிஃபை பண்ண அப்படின்னா நமக்கு கிளாஸ் லைப்ரரிஸை வெப் சர்வீசஸுக்கு தேவையான கிளாஸ் லைப்ரரிஸை நம்ம என்ன பண்ணுறோம்? இம்போர்ட் பண்ணுறோம். These classes are contained in the system.web.services namespace. Got it? The files supported for web services are contained inside the namespace system.web.services. Next, web services service classes and web methods. What are the classes and web methods are used in web service? It will begins with a class definition. It is a class just like the classes which we have created before, but there is some difference from the normal class. Here for public class first web service is a class name. First web service, there is no space between. First web service is a class name. First web service inherit system.web.services.web service. Next method, web method public function hello world string hello world equal to hello world end function. Got it? The implementation of this method is an simple. This class starts by inheriting the namespace system.web.services.webservice, which will this namespace support for web services. Here I specify a member function hello world. It contains an attribute class called web method. It will specify the member function will be publicly exposed through the web service. This is the overview of web services. In the first chapter itself, we studied about the overview of ASP.NET. Got it? Likewise, here we study about the overview of web services. What are the things inside the web services? That ASMX file and web service classes and web methods. Next, we move on to web service description language, WSDL. Web service description language. It is an important one. WSDL stands for Web Service Description Language. It is accomplished by describing the web services through an XML data format. No other database file format. It is an XML data format called Web Service Description Language. It describes the method of a web service, the data type definition, the parameter direction of each method. The supported wire formats for calling the web services. Wire formats means the protocols used for communication between the web service. Got it? It will be explained in the next forthcoming slides. The URL. What are the things include in the WSDL? Methods of a web service, data type definition, parameter, wire format for calling the web service, the URL, uniform resource locator, which specifies the location of the web services and other supporting information. Next, web service wire formats. Web services are URL addressable resources that exist on the web server. We can access the web service with the help of the URL because it is stored as an URL addressable resources. One of the design goals of the web services framework was to make web services available to as many different clients. எத்தனை கிளைண்ட்ஸுக்கு வேணாலுமே அவைலபிளாக இருக்கிறது மாதிரி நம்ம என்ன பண்ணி வச்சுருக்கணும், டிசைன் பண்ணி வச்சுருக்கணும். The aim of the web services is to accommodate every mechanism available to receive those requests. What are the different types of methods to call a web service is HTTP GET, HTTP POST and SOAP method. What are the methods? HTTP GET, HTTP POST and SOAP method. Here, first we are going to discuss about the HTTP GET method. It is the simplest method for requesting a resource. What resource means? It may be a file, script or web services from the web server. This GET method takes a URL as a parameter. I will discuss here. The requests are appended to the end of the URL as a CGI encoded query string. Here is an example how the web services are passed as an URL. Here http://yourserver/scriptname.aspx. Next we specify the value, parameter 1, parameter 2. Got it? Next, calling a web service using this method requires a URL like the following. There you are requesting, here calling. Got it? http://yourserver/yourwebservice.asmx, your web method, parameter 1 equal to value 1. After the web service has finished performing its work, the result are returned to the client using the following format. Here, already I told you, web service definition languages are developed with the help of the XML data format. That is here. The client will got an output as XML version equal to 1.0, encoding equal to UTF equal to 8, Boolean XMLNS equal to some URL true. Got it? Next, HTTP POST. It is another method for requesting a resource from the web server. It has the similar functionality to the GET method. It passes name value pair to the server inside the body of the request. In GET, we are just pass the URL. Here, the requests are included inside the body of the request. Here is an example post. Your server, your web service.asmx, your web method, http:/1.1 host equal to content type, content length and parameter. This is the request which is embedded inside the body of the request. Here, the response is given as the following format. It is just like our GET request. XML version equal to 1.0, Boolean XMLNS equal to the URL true Boolean. Next, SOAP. SOAP stands for Simple Object Access Protocol. SOAP stands for Simple Object Access Protocol. It is an important one word. SOAP stands for Simple Object Access Protocol. SOAP provides a mechanism for passing web service request data in a structured and expandable fashion. That means all the web services are developed with the help of the XML data format. So the XML data formats are structured and expandable fashion. While using Visual Studio.NET to build systems that use web services, the integrated development environment configures your web services and clients to use SOAP for all communication. By default, the SOAP applications are developed with the following format. Got it? Next, the XML in the bold face shows how the web method is called. This is the thing how the web method is called. Here, how the web method is called, your web method response XML is equal to, this is the thing the web services are called. Got it? Next, web services discovery. எப்படி தேடுறது வெப் சர்வீஸ் இப்படி தேடுறது? டூ டைப்ஸ் ஆஃப் டிஸ்கவரி இருக்குது. என்னென்ன? ஸ்டாட்டிக் டிஸ்கவரி அண்டு டைனமிக் டிஸ்கவரி. இது web services can be accomplished by using discovery files. Discovery files provides information about the location of the web services, that is where the web services are stored and the corresponding web service description language. Next, the web services framework provides two methods for discovering web services. What are they? They are static discovery and dynamic discovery. Here we are going to discuss about what is meant by static discovery. ஸ்டாட்டிக் அப்படின்னாலே என்னது? எந்த ஒரு சேஞ்சஸும் நடக்கிறது தான் என்னது? ஸ்டாட்டிக். அப்படி எப்படி இருந்துச்சோ அதே மாதிரி ஸ்டேபிளாக இருக்கிறது தான் என்னது? ஸ்டாட்டிக். It allows you to explicitly define the location of individual web services. It also allows you to group together the location of web services into a logical unit. For example, you may have many different web services that are related by the type of task they perform. We can group the web services which are the same type of task. Grouping them makes it convenient for users to learn about all of these web services at once. ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள், இப்போ நீங்கள் வந்து ப்ளே ஸ்டோரில் போய் கேம்னு சர்ச் பண்ணுறீங்கன்னு வச்சுக்கோங்க. டெம்பிள் ரன் அப்படி சர்ச் பண்ணுறீங்கன்னா டெம்பிள் ரன் ரிலேட்டடான என்னென்ன கேம் இருக்கோ அது எல்லாமே அட்வான்ஸ் என்ன ஆகும்? டிஸ்பிளே ஆகும். Just like grouping them make it convenient for users to learn about all of these web services. Discovery files have the file extension .disco. It is also an XML file. Got it, students? Next, here is the syntax for the static discovery. Next, dynamic discovery. It provides an automatic way. In static discovery, we have to specify manually. In dynamic discovery, it will provide an automatic way to discover multiple web services. This dynamic discovery files allows users to discover every available web service underneath a given URL. Here is the example for dynamic discovery. It also automatically enables the discovery of web services in the file result. In the directory in which the file resides. Alright, students, today I conclude this session here. Tomorrow we will discuss how to create a simple web service. It is an important question for our theory semester, and also it is one of the exercise in our ASP.NET practical list. Got it, students? Meet you tomorrow. Study well, students. Thank you.